Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, we take a break from the heavy duty political stuff with Malam Buhari and his clansmen ravaging the country. So we take a break from that and go into the manic world of Tonto Dikeh. So I'm not sure how much of a break we are taking, because the world of Tonto Dikeh is just as crazy as the goings on in the Nigerian state, but that's by the by. So we'll go into the world of Tonto Dikeh. You know, it's a drama a minute in the world of Tonto Dikeh. So now, to bring you up to speed, you already know Hayawa with her husband. She already played that out a few weeks ago in the social media space. So now we go back into her world, where she's now engrossed in another battle, this time with her former best friend, a lady called Blessing Osom. So just a bit of background to this, because this is now in the middle of it. So I'll just take you to the beginning to just bring you a bit of background so I can then get into this story. So this Blessing Osom, as I said, used to be friends with Tonto Dikeh. I don't think they are any more friends. They are no longer friends. So now this Blessing Osom recently had a birthday, and Tonto Dikeh's husband, Olakunle Churchill, sent her 3 million naira as a birthday present. So this Blessing Osom then went on social media to make a lot of hoo-ha about this guy sending him sending her rather money, not him, obviously sending her money. So she went onto the social media space to make a lot of hoo-ha about this chap sending her money. And obviously when she goes on the social media space, she used to be friends with Tonto Dikeh. They are no longer friends. Tonto Dikeh is engrossed in a bitter battle with her husband, her ex-husband, and this ex-husband of Tonto Dikeh's sends her ex-friend 3 million naira, and then that ex-friend then splashes it all over the social media space. So you can see that that ex-friend is really signaling for a battle. She's really calling Tonto Dikeh out for a fight. So now that's the background to it. So now let's get into this particular story now that I'm about to bring you. So Tonto Dikeh never had food in her house for herself and her workers. She was always depressed. Blessing Osom shares shocking details. So that's the headline. So you already know where this is going. No, so this is now these ladies sticking the knife rather further in. So Tonto Dikeh never had food in her house for herself and her workers. She was always depressed. And this is according to Blessing Osom. So now to the body of the story. Blessing Osom, a former friend slash bestie to Tonto Dikeh, has shared some shocking details about her estranged relationship with the actress. Blessing Osom made headlines a few days ago after taking to Instagram to thank Tonto Dikeh's ex-husband, Olakunle Churchill, for giving her 3 million naira to celebrate her birthday. Now, she is spilling a lot about her relationship with Tonto, revealing how the actress used to be depressed and how much she had to borrow her money. Read below. When people talk about running away from friends like me, I am amused, but I doubt Tonto Dikeh will ever have a friend like me. I refused to discuss my issue with Tonto because I wanted to be matured about it. I think there is need to clarify issues for concerned parties. A year ago, I posted a picture of my meal on my DM, and Tonto Dikeh commented about coming to eat and also added she would like us to talk about doing business together. I responded to the DM by saying it's fine. Hours later, Tonto drove in with a friend and we had lunch. She made mention of doing an empowerment program which they needed money for. But because the event was so close and in 2 days, I was only able to raise 500,000 naira, which was the only funds used for the event. Till date, Tonto has not empowered the graduating students. Tonto also told me she needed money for rent because of the pressure she was getting from the facility management. I had to introduce her to someone who helped in sorting the rent out, and the person was constantly giving her millions of naira. Tonto never had food in her house for herself and her workers aside her son's food. I made sure we constantly sent food to her house and never allowed her to cry, as she was always depressed. I was a friend that left my car for Tonto because she never had a good car to befit a celebrity as she claims. Please ask Tonto if she had ever used her money anytime we went out together. She will always bring up excuses like, I forgot my ATM, or my PA didn't come out with my ATM. I knew she didn't have cash and I was always willing to cover up for her. Most times when she goes for an event, she will invite all the media houses but will never have any money at hand to pay. At the end of the day, she will move to my restaurant and ask me to help her pay, which I'll eventually pay. Now, fast forward to our South Africa invitation. She had a church invitation but didn't have funds for the trip. I personally took Tonto to church, prayed with her for God to have mercy and turn everything around. I personally paid in 4 million naira into her account. I have proof to facilitate the trip because it was prayers answered. On reaching the embassy, Tonto was not with her visa fee. I knew she didn't have the funds. I paid visa fees for 4 of us meant for the trip, and also paid for the VIP lounge, which she was not allowed to enter without payment. Prior to this, Tonto borrowed 300,000 naira from me, which she never paid until we got to South Africa. I personally brought my designer bags, clothes, jewelries for Tonto to use for the event. After the event, she started giving me attitude just because she never wanted to share any money with me. Take note, it was a church event and nothing else. I was never upset with her cause money doesn't matter at all to me. Tonto is a very pleasant person anytime she wants something from you. After all Tonto did to me, guess what? She went ahead to blackmail me and my restaurant, the same restaurant she was eating from. She went to all the ladies in Abuja, including the one that had a restaurant, to promote them and also say negative things about my person. Tonto was basically looking for all my enemies to make friends with. I did not complain. So why is she and some people upset because I am friends with Churchill? I can never inherit Tonto's enemies because I know she is not a good person. Whilst we were friends, I know Tonto has a lot of fake accounts which she uses online to insult people she has issues with. I read comments of people online saying I am bad, that I am jealous of Tonto and also sleeping with a Churchill. Hey, I'm too busy for such. Please, let us be clear on this. Tonto never introduced me to Churchill. He came on his own with his friends to eat in my restaurant. This happened before she tried being friends with me just to use me. It was my birthday, and for God's sake, a gift is a gift. Tonto is used to paying people evil for good, but I know that God in heaven isn't asleep. He will surely pay both of us back in our own coin. Let him be the judge. I rest my case. So now this lady now going all hell for leather after Tonto Dikeh. It is not something that I would advise for anybody to do, because in Yoruba land we have a saying. We say ẹni tó bá gbé adìyẹ òtòṣì ó gbé ta láróka, ẹni tó bá gbé adìyẹ òtòṣì ó gbé ta láróka. And what does that mean? It means if you steal the farm animal of a poor person, the whole community will hear about it. So if you, that's not a literal translation, but that's loosely what it means. So if you steal the farm animal of a poor person, the whole community will hear about it. And that's exactly the storyline of Tonto Dikeh. This is a lady that is not mentally 100%. She has coin, as they say in Lagos. So this is somebody that is not balanced already, and then you are going after her. You know, you see some mad person walking on the street talking to himself or herself, and then you go up to him or her and say this is the person you want to have a confrontation with. You're hiding to nothing, because there's only going to be one loser in that, and there's only going to be one loser in any battle with Tonto Dikeh. Because this is a lady that has no filter, she has no compunction, there's no grace or elegance, there's no limits. She's crass and crude. There's nothing she wouldn't say. Anything that comes to her head just comes out of her mouth without any editing or auditing. It's just one of those type of people. This is just somebody you take in small doses. You just take a little dose and you walk away. It's not somebody you really want to get too involved with. But this lady has now, by her own will, thrown herself into the lion's den, and we'll now see how Tonto Dikeh is going to come after her, all scratching and biting and whatever. You saw how she was with the ex-husband, all lies and truth and everything mixed together with Maggie and sauce and everything all matched in there. So this is going to be an epic battle. The ladies have got their claws out, so it's going to be like a beach fest. All scratching and biting. You know how these ladies fight. It's going to be real ugly, and I for one am looking forward to that. Conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. Would you have a friend like Tonto Dikeh? Indeed, would you have a friend like this blessing Osom? A plague on both their houses is what I am saying. What says you? Come join me in the comment section to have a chat about this. But before you come join me in the comment section to have that chat, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me what you are making of these two mamas having it out in public. So I'll leave you here. Meet you in the comment section. But here I say peace.